Hello, hello, hello. A little bit early, but I'm just gonna grub right into it. Hello. I'm all over the place right now. There we go. I'm feeling... I'm feeling certainly better than last week, that's for sure. But still feeling kind of gross, so please bear with me as I sick my way through this. But today we're still working on this lovely lady. We have a little bit of shading left to do, which I've marked out what, but a lot of what I want to do today is actually getting the extra things drawn out. So in Life 2D you need a lot of extra things. I'm going to need like the back of this rope, just a little bit. I'm going to need some side hairs so she can turn her head nicely. I'm going to need probably different ways to... I have references now, which I'm quite excited about. Let me see if I can pull those up. Different ways to like hold her hand. So maybe she has a relaxed pose where the fabric kind of drapes and lays down. And I don't know what the poor rope would be doing there. She's very strong. She can hold up this rope all the time. She's extremely, extremely strong. Maybe it would wrap around somehow. She would have figured out how to do that a long time ago. I think that makes the most sense. It wrapped around. Anyways, then there's also possibly an arm we could do that's maybe lifted. So that would be maybe holding something up to her face or up. Maybe she's eating something. I don't know. Just arm up. And how that would bring the sleeves. Maybe something like this. Anyway, there's lots of things we can be doing here and lots of things we need to be doing. So I have my notes about what needs shaded, but I'm also going to make notes about things we need to make. So let's say side hair, back rope. We're going to need, let's say, up arm and down arm. I'm thinking real hard about this one. Thinking real big. Hi, Storytime! Welcome! Hello! It's good to see you! Yeah, she's coming along really, really nice. Quite happy with it. Oh, I wanted to give her... I thought that her hairpiece didn't quite look right. So I want to give her... like this rope has come up and is in a little knot here. I thought that would look good. So let's say hair knot. I'm sure I will think of more things as time goes on. But right now, that's what I had planned. How's my favorite YouTuber? I'm okay. I'm still hurting. I'm still feeling kind of funny. Definitely staying in bed for a week has wrecked my stamina. I get weirdly hot and tired just moving from room to room, and I hate it very much. So I'm trying to move a lot more. I'm trying to sit in different places instead of just in one chair. But I am definitely getting better. I've described it to people as I couldn't move and I hurt, and now I can move and I hurt. So big difference, big difference, big improvement. I know it might not seem like it, but for sure it is. Look at this, we have 109 layers in here right now. Gross. I think we need to finally get some of this shading merged together, otherwise my phone will absolutely crash. So let's turn all of these off because they are not part of the model itself that we have on this file. This file is just for her body. We'll check things other than, like I said, the snake and the chest area. That stuff's not done, but everything that's done looks pretty good to me. So I think we're going to commit and we're going to merge down. Uh-oh. I don't know what that layer is, and that's a bad thing. So snakes, we're not merging because they're not done yet. Let's just spend a minute doing this, hanging out. How are you doing today? Did you have any fun, perhaps, weekend activities? Happy Monday. Any big plans for the week? I know that I have been working diligently and very happily on our party for next month, for Saturday the 4th. I have a lot of fun things planned, and I'm really excited about it. There will be the schedule and the rewards, and the flyer will be put up on YouTube and on Instagram pretty soon. I've kind of given up on Instagram, to be completely honest. But I still keep posting to Instagram and to TikTok just because it feels a little too defeatist if I completely give up on them, you know? If I keep it up, then maybe it will reward me later. Kind of like keeping up on YouTube. It absolutely rewarded me later. So sometimes I have to... Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, I think I know what these are. Yeah, these are for the eyeball stuff, which we also need to be doing. But let's get rid of all these first. Oops. Uh-oh. Bad, bad, bad. Don't do that. We're just going to do what we can with these layers. Let's see. Start with 109 and let's see where we get to. It's a lot of layers. Yeah. I have a lot of fun though. I'm learning in my next model that I'm doing after this one, which I'm currently working on, to not be merging these down. So in this one, yes, I drew it in a way that I need to merge all of this down. But in my next one, the shadows will be on separate layers and it will be very, very large. And there will be a lot of things happening. So I don't know how many layers that one will end up with. But we will see. We will see. But once we're done with the cleaning, let's see where we got to. Yes. Okay, we can get rid of this for now, and this for now, and this is my color references. I'm gonna rename that. What's this? Ah, this is floor fabric. It's called a train, but at this point, don't care. Back fabric, or kimono back. There we go. So what do we get to? There's no way there's 4 layers. This is not 4 layers, my guy. 47? 47. There we go. Hi, Doji. Welcome in. It's really good to see you. We just went from 109 layers to 47. Much, much, much more manageable. And today's projects, or at least what we have decided needs done, is we have things to shade, yeah, but we also have things to draw. We need to make some extra hair layers. I want to give her a knot on her hairpiece so that these ropes have somewhere visually to go. An up arm, a down arm, and to redo this crystal ball thing. And then there's other shading that needs done, but that's fine. Cleanup is fantastic for the soul. Absolutely fantastic for the soul. Okay. Oh, I was worried I would hate these bangs so much. I struggled really hard with them last time. They look better than I remember them looking, so that's nice. So let's think about this. We need to give her some layers here for the back of her hair. Now this is not how they're going to be shaped. Absolutely not. So we have her hime bangs. I don't know why she has 2 sets of hime bangs, but that's fine. I might give her like under layers so that they can swing up and down, right? And you can see kind of the bottom, if that makes any sense, the bottom of the hair. And then we'll need a piece of hair that maybe does this kind of shape for when she turns her head. We'll probably want 2 of those. Same shape, but I'll shade them slightly differently so they don't look like clones. Right? We'll have the knots. We'll make that into 2. Like I said, an up arm, which I would split into forearm and sleeve. A down arm, which would be rope, forearm, hand, sleeve, but possibly the sleeves might be in layers. Style's really hard, almost like Granblue Fantasy style with shading and color texture. Ooh, thank you very much. That's high praise. That's really high praise. It's all vibes based. It's all what my skill level can handle based. And then, yeah, I wanted a back rope. Just in case for movement. It felt like it would be very good to have. I'm trying to think of what else we might need to give her more movement. But I think that that's a pretty good place to start, honestly. And you know me and my feelings about drawing rope, apparently. I started out hating it and now I'm like, I want to draw the rope first. What if I get to draw the rope first? Vibes based on what? I don't know. I eat images and then I spit them back out again. My dad jokes are coming together. You're working on it. I think they work good. I think they work pretty well. How are you doing? Let's see. This is Dip Pen Soft that we've been using, right? Yeah. I think that's 7, but I'll make sure. Current layer's not visible. Well, of course not. Yeah. Dip Pen 7. Okay. And then I guess I only need to draw 1 and then I can duplicate it and that saves us file space as well. Been thinking about file space lately. That's how you can tell I'm a changed person. That's how you can tell that I'm getting better at this, I guess. That's the same with these ropes. I don't know, I'm just going off on things now. These ropes I'm going to not draw shadows for. I'm going to duplicate the layers and then make them shadows by changing their color. It's a whole thing. It's fun. Promise, guys, it's really fun. Just like drawing rope. I don't know what I want to think about what it means to become an expert rope drawer. I say as I'm absolutely not becoming an expert rope drawer. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I need to be kinder to myself. Not that one. feel like I'm drawing the hungry, hungry caterpillar, but like he's on Ozempic. If you're making money out of art, you are a professional. Gosh, you're so right. You're so incredibly right. You say that, and now I'm like, wait, how much more can I... Can I get away with that? I don't think so. But I'm gonna see if I can. Hold on. This one, right? Yeah. Hold on. Galaxy brain take real quick. We're gonna see if this works. We definitely want it smaller because we want it to match this. That feels like the same size. Right, and then... Oh. Just pretend it's under the flower. It's not exactly the shape that I wanted, but professional also struggle. I do need to remember that. I'm really tempted to see if this works. I mean, yeah, it does. The shading's wrong because it's in the wrong place, but that's a kind of an easy fix. And obviously it needs to change color. So let's see. Let's grab our red color. Work smarter, not harder is what I'm on the grind here. So we want color, I think. Hue? Color. Hue? No, that's not going to do anything. Hue's, yeah, he's wrong. Saturation? I don't think that's going to do it either. That's an effect, though. It is pretty, though. It's not what we wanted even a little bit, but it is pretty, though. No, we want color for sure, but this thing is absolutely wrong. Work smarter, not harder, I say, as I struggle like a professional. You can always scrump it. It's true. I can't always scrump it. Something like that. But then I would also have to bring the lines back. Which I guess I would just go over the lines. But yeah, no. That's pretty close. Right? And then, yeah, the shading's in the wrong way. And I just went through merged down all the shading. It's fine. That is cool. Hi, Nick! It's good to see you. How are you doing? How was your week? I think the lesson here might just be that I trace my own artwork because I don't think I can fix this shading problem. But there's absolutely no shame in tracing your own work. If I'm having issues, I don't want to be here for 8 million hours. Well, if I'm tracing it, I might as well screw shit, right? No? Okay. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Like, how come it's not doing anything? Yeah. I'm an adult. I'm picking my own battles. Exactly, yeah. That's not the battle I'm picking, though. Nope. Can I scrimsh it? Is it scrimshable? Or am I just... Is this doing it the hard way with the amount of scrimshing I would have to do? It looks so weird. Yeah, no, I think I'm just... I don't... She doesn't need little, like, bunnies, right? She doesn't need bunny ears. She just needs, like, something to tie this in. So I'm gonna keep it the shape it is. I'm gonna let the program freeze just a little bit as a treat. It can freeze as a treat. That's fine. Where's it going? What's it doing? I have no idea. Oh. Are you back? Okay. I think maybe it's back. There we go. Letting the program freeze as a treat. Yeah, you know, that's a little treat to itself. Pretty sunset colors. I love that. Are we done? Are we done freezing? Okay, thank you. Am I on the right? Yeah, I am. I guess I'm just pressing harder. I hate to see it, you know? Get down there. 3? Nah, 4 maybe. Yeah. Hey guys, friendship ending question that has been on my brain for a hot minute. If a vampire is a cop and they come to your house and they have a warrant from a judge to come into your house, but you tell them no, they can't come in, can they come in? I'm gonna wait till you say things before I answer and before I give my opinion. Technically, no. Okay, but the vampire has permission. Don't get me wrong, I agree with you. However, there is so much to be unpacked here. You could refuse them. That should be it, because a warrant is permission from the state, not the owner of the house. Okay. Okay. How about this, though? Not your permission for your property, so no. And if you're renting and they have the landlord's permission, like landlord's permission and a warrant, or just the landlord's permission, like they're like they're like a vampire like technician here to fix your dishwasher. Here to fix the leak in your roof because your landlord sent them. Can they come in? Actually, this one's more interesting than the warrant one. Nick, you're onto something. This question's more interesting than the warrant one. They sign the lease, the landlord should defer to the owner, not the owner, or defer to the renter. Okay. So if you have a vampire plumber that the landlord sent and you say, no, you can't come in, he can't come in. The law has no merit. True. Not a incorrect take. Depends on the contract. Yeah, like if you signed the lease and it says I can send whoever you want, whoever I want into your house, that's a weird lease. Don't sign that lease. But I suppose that would make more sense. If you're just saying there was no contract, then the landlord's technically the owner. Yeah. How about this? If you are not home and you accidentally left your door unlocked, can a vampire come in? In general, but also this scenario specifically. Yeah, no, I feel it. I feel it, Nick. I understand. Still no, because they need permission. Okay. What if they have a warrant and you're not home and you accidentally left your door unlocked? So you're not there to give permission, but you're also not there to say no. Still no. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to understand the rules of vampires here. Oop, no, that's not gonna do it. Now, what if like you're on a lease with a roommate? How are we feeling about private property? If you're on a lease with a roommate and your roommate says yes, the vampire can come in, and you say no, you can't come in, does like everyone in the room have to agree, or does like one, is it like fairy logic and they just one permission lets them in? Hey chat, are vampires fairies? It's fairy logic, okay. If you sublet, oh, Nick's onto something here. If you sublet, do they need your permission? Oh no. Depends on the contract. Yeah, no, you're correct. Oh, I need to plug in my phone. There we go. Ownership rules and traditional vampire rules. You mean magic rules in general. Okay. Vampires, these, yeah, from author to author, yes. I personally am of the idea that the vampires don't need permission to come into your house, but I understand that that's kind of a core of a lot of other vampires. I have very specific vampire feelings. Namely that I personally think it makes more sense if vampires have like some kind of virus or something, that a bloodborne virus. Vampires make more sense to me than like fairy logic vampires. But I understand that it depends on the vampire, right? If vampires are fairies, I let them in, but I don't mention the circle of salt around my doorway when I instantly combust. But vampires don't have salt rules. Like, if you... Hey chat, if someone lets a vampire into a church, do they combust? A secret church. Is that a vampire trap? If you like have a secret church and you invite them in. Garlic is a blood thinner. That they are adverse to garlic is vampire propaganda. They want you to think that. They're also really into NSAIDs. Vampire drug dealer that tells you that you're getting like whatever drug dealers sell, but really it's just like Tylenol, naproxen. We're not going down that rabbit hole, Nick. No, I spent enough of my childhood watching Lonely Girl 15 and enough of my adulthood dealing with whatever American politics is doing currently to say ixnay on the adrenochrome. I'm deleting your comment. Depends on the author. We're just speaking about magical creatures. They most likely have no real rules. But if they had fairy rules, it would make sense, right? For like traditional, like let the right one in vampires run on fairy logic, right? Not in the sense of like if a vampire offers you food, you have to say no. But just in a, they have strange illogical rules placed upon them that humans do not. If they have fairy rules, there needs to be some god or some system that exists to give them logic. Oh! Do fairy rules work on, like, godliness stuff? Did I miss that one? Yeah, no, that's correct. I think it's just facing the wrong way. So I'm thinking, like, I'm changing my mind here as we go. Like, one, and then duplicate, which I would do in the program to save a little bit of space. And, like, two. And they would be behind the flower, right? But it would look like her hair ropes, like, have something to be doing, which I think is nice. Folklore is iffy on that because there needs to be something underneath it. Okay. Well, phase one, guys, done. We have her hair knots set up. I like them. Let's work on, so this is, I'm going to say hairbow 1. I'm just going to say hairbow because I'm going to duplicate it in live 2D later. Let's work on her extra hair. I think we're working on like 0.6 right now. It'll be like this kind of shape. I'm gonna draw it here so I make it correctly. And remember, like I said, we're gonna make 2 of these and shade them differently so they don't look like clones. They will be living underneath this hair. Vampire wants immortality. What are they going to do in the sun? Goes red giant. Fairy tale stuff. Basically children with autism and people finding them strange. Yeah. I mean, I do cook very badly, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. Most vampires ultimately don't want the immortality. I think it's cool until it's not. I do have a vampire character in a story who has sworn to himself to see the death of either humanity or the universe. It depends on the author again on immortality. I feel like being immortal is worth the issues that come with that. It's like that's the draw of modern vampire fiction, right? Because it's about weird things that everybody's going to feel differently about, namely immortality. How does that affect a person's psyche, right? I'm just gonna, you know what? We're going crazy mode. Agree with Doji. Okay. It depends on the author and it depends on the vampire. I'm sure that one author can have multiple vampires that hate being immortal and that love it. I'm just kind of filling this in with the vague colors we need. I'm going to pull it out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Nope, not that one. This one. Like here. Tale Fairly compared at some point death to an invisible dragon that kills a lot of people every day. If someone came up with a way to kill the dragon when people act like we do towards death. Yeah, I remember thinking like, if one day people cure, quote unquote, cure death, like it's a disease, how would that make the people experiencing immortality feel about history? I don't know why this is like so interesting to me, but it's been interesting for a long time. Probably that Tale Foundry video did something to me, but I don't remember exactly if that's where I thought of this. But like, yeah, just would they be like shocked at what we were used to? Or would they yearn for death the way vampires do sometimes? Now, if it came with super strength or speed, then maybe. Well, yeah, I mean, vampires usually come with super strength and speed, right? And you get to go out in a burst of flames, which would be pretty sick. That's true. That's true. It's probably too far down, actually, now that I think about it, because it's going to be living here? Yeah, it needs to be... If it's living here, it needs to be here. Do you think people would ultimately get used to it in the end? I guess it depends on how you feel about humanity and existence in general. Yeah. I feel like just a lot of authors try to make the point that like immortality deafens art. It's very sorry, you probably can also tell that I watched the new ContraPoints video. That like immortality would deafen the way you value life or something. I don't know. Now that I think about it in that terms, it's kind of bullshit, but am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna call that one piece of extra hair set up. Let's get this out of the way. I've got pet theories that the older the vampire is, the more resilient they are. I do think so. In the face of entropy, what does humanity do? Do we just accept that life is meaningless and stop trying, or do we see that life is meaningless and we're free from what restrains us? I would say humanity in general, if we're taking like a anthropological lens on it, would do the later, right? We make our own meaning, yeah. I said I was going to shade these differently, and I lied a tiny bit. I'm just gonna kind of shade on top of this one to make it a little different. Not like that though. Just make it a bit darker since it's gonna go underneath, right? So it doesn't look exactly the same. Yeah, okay, so we'll have whoops, don't delete it. Don't do that. Okay, this is a side hair one. And I'm learning I have to make it all one word, otherwise I can't tell things later. Side hair two. Okay, okay. Yeah, people do feel different, but like as a whole, like, I don't know. Penguins act a certain way in certain conditions, but not all of them will act exactly the same. Humans are the same, right? As a whole, generally, I believe that we pick, I guess it would be absurdism in your lineup there, but obviously there are people who pick cynicism or existentialism, otherwise we wouldn't have words for that. Generalist statement, people will react differently, even the same person will react differently depending on the mood. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I also said I was gonna make like bottom pieces for her Hime bangs. Let's see if we can figure that out. So that they can like swing up and down. Does that make any sense? I saw it happen in another model and it looked good. Just kind of shamelessly copying it, I guess. Exactly, it depends. Okay. Glad we're all in agreement. How would we texture this? Strangely, I suppose. No, wait, I'm doing an okay job. Sort of. No, that looks weird and bad, actually. We're gonna first of all get some light on this thing. I mean, it's not like you're going to be looking at it hard, it's just something that will happen when it swings. It's funny, sometimes people forget basic human empathy is even a thing without laws, be them divine or not. Yeah. I guess because we've seen it too much lately, but... Okay, so we'll call that Hime Bottom. Okay, we're running out of easy things to do. Okay. Do we work on the hand up or the hand down pose first? Like laying her hand down like this? Or do we work on having it up here first? Which one do you think we should do first? Can you get some coffee? Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds really nice, actually. Roll a d4. You mean flip a coin? I'm trying to think if I have anything coin shaped. Not really. Okay. Up or down? Well, that, okay. I guess down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I erase that on accident? Yep, there it is. It's back. It's okay. We saved it. We saved it, fam. Let's get rid of this without getting rid of that. Thank you. Good thing I checked. So that won't really be seen, but we're gonna sketch it out anyways. Hello? We have the arm coming out, we have it here, and it's gonna... something like that. Now this arm is this long here, so it would be about this... this long... wait. That doesn't quite match. The wrist should be there-ish. How off are my arms? Ew. Because if that's the case, then like this would be... Uh-oh. Arms might need to move. It's a good thing to catch it now, though. I thought something looked strange. So let's see if we perhaps... What is this? Is this like a line here? Is this doing anything? Yeah, oh yeah, it is. Okay, never mind. Okay, so if we perhaps... Where's our arm? Make a folder. Sure. Where's your hand? Anyway, whoops. Don't do that. And we just kind of drag this up a bit. I'm thinking like here. Right? That's looking much better. We'll take her fingers. That's much better, actually. Now, unfortunately, this row gets to get squirched, but that's okay. Much better. Okay, go back to our sketch, where we'll have well, we can get a little bit longer there, like here-ish. And then hand, right? And her, I have a ref for this. Very nice. One fold like that. Another fold like that. They'll all kind of come up. I suppose it would fold maybe from back here. Right? Yeah, I think so. She has her extra sleeve. It comes out. And then this would, she would kind of hook it around like this. And it would fall back that way. Right? Right? I think so, right? Just while my eyes aren't crossed. Let's try looking up a ref for this crystal ball thing. Anyway, what do I look for? Gem? Gem shading? Something like that. You think that's correct with the rope? Okay, good. Round. Some round pearl type gem shading. There we go. Okay. Because this is funny, but it's not not what we're going for. So way back here, perhaps not way back there. Oh, it's not part of this. Okay, never mind. That's fine. I'm not in the right folder for that. That's fine. Instead, I guess, we can sketch out the top. So if the elbow, right, is there. I think it's because her poor shoulders are so slackety, but that's fine. There-ish. We'd have this kind of shape, which I'm pretty sure I saved a reference picture for, but I guess I didn't. That's fine. It's all hidden anyway. So we'd have that, and then we'd have wrist there-ish, and hand doing whatever the hand needs to be doing here. Right now it's a nice little Animal Crossing blob. It is a picture I like it thus far. Thank you very, very much. So here we would have this kind of coming down, and this one, it wouldn't do a whole lot. This one, it would not do a whole lot. It would come kind of straight down and straight back. We'd have our opening, we'd have our second sleeve, which I know is strangely shaped, but it's on purpose for design. Something vaguely like that. So I'll grab my base purple, and again I'm just gonna kind of actually make this a little bit easier on myself by doing that. Grab my base purple one more time, turn this back on, and now I can kind of do my color sketching, which is always so much easier for me than regular sketching. So for the down hand, we would probably have, let's say, 1, 2, 3 layers like this. I think that sounds right. No, it'd have to be 4. At least. So 1, and then we would have 2, random French lady. And this color for here. And here, but that one goes on top of those two. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. And then here is where we would have arm and then hand. And then on top of that, rope. And then on top of this, her like other sleeve. So unfortunately this just like layering group for the pose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 layers just for down arm. And that's okay. Okay, we'll turn our sketch layer way down. Nope, too big. Is that? I guess so, yeah. No, that's actually perfect. And we'd have that as our ropes. I do like that. I do like that. Having a hard time with my lines here. What if I try it this way? Much closer to what I wanted, actually. Already forgotten what layers are. Let's go ahead and just clean up as we go instead. Talking about sewing division, white chocolate or dark chocolate? Dark. He wants this slot. I mean, if it's okay to stream, then I would absolutely stream. But I haven't been because I didn't think it was okay. The Wednesday slot has opened up. There's nobody there right now. Dark seconded. White choice. Okay. Hot pick. White chocolate is heinous. What? It's okay. Super. Okay. Then Wednesday it is. Very exciting. That actually helps me out a lot. I'm eating those words. I really like white chocolate, but I also really like dark chocolate. Milk chocolate I also really like, but not as much, you know? I love chocolate. I have a problem. There it is, the tools of division. I said! I said! Next tool of division, pineapple on pizza. What's our next pineapple on pizza tool of division opinion? If you do enjoy dark chocolate, go you. I'm not enjoying white chocolate. You not enjoying white chocolate does not take that away. I prefer it. Yeah, that's true. Coconut white chocolate snowballs. Fresh figs. Ooh. Not a fan of coconut in chocolate. Yeah, I'm just generally not a huge fan of coconut, which is a weird stance to take when I will eat my weight in coconut shrimp. And I like coconut water way too much because it's so expensive, but why does it taste so good? It's kind of like if villain bad, why sexy, right? If coconut water good, why expensive, right? Anyone who doesn't is joyless and not sexy. Yeah, I need to try white chocolate with figs. That sounds so nice. Okay, I have no idea if this is clean or not. There we go. No. My favorite pizza topping is pineapple. If somebody asks what kind of pizza I want, I usually will say, if I don't know them well enough, I'll say cheese. But if I know them well enough, I'll just say, just pineapple. Just pineapple, please. I don't need anything else. It can have other things. Pineapple and jalapenos, fantastic. The snowballs are made by the same people who make Ferrero Rocher. Oh. I don't know if I've seen those. Pineapple chunks in Nutella. Also something I have not tried but will now. Are you a vegetable? Usually I have thoughts. But no, I'm not a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian for a very long time, or I was a pescatarian for a very long time. And then I had other dietary problems, and the things happened, and now I am no longer vegetarian. Why are you trying to make pizza spicy? Why not? Why not? Me and some of my friends who are all like immigrants to this country that has a hard time with spicy food. We had been here for maybe 4 months, and we were celebrating my cat's birthday, and we decided that we would all make pizzas. We were gonna make pizza together because that's a thing that bonding friendships do. And we had just found, for the first time, fresh jalapenos, and we were so excited because we had not had spicy food in so long, and the idea of just a fresh jalapeno was heaven. Like, okay. We ended up putting so much jalapeno on all of our pizzas because we were desperate that, like, the whole party we were like crying because the pizzas were so spicy, but we made them that way on purpose. We needed them to save us. I can't do spicy. I can a little, but not very little. I had to break her into spicy when we first met. It's true. It's true. I mean, yeah, it kind of is the same logic, Nick. It's just a choice, right? That was the rule my parents had, though, because I decided I wanted to be vegetarian at like 10, 11 maybe, and my parents were like, you can do that, but like only if you eat fish. And I was like, well, fine, sure, I guess that's fine. So I ate fish. Huh? What? Those things are the work of the devil. There's so many nicer things you could put in brine. Jalapenos? Am I missing some of chat? Am I missing some of chat? What are we putting in brine? Hold on, you're gonna absolutely see too much. Mushroom, Here we go. Back to where it needs to be. Without red meat? To me, that's strange. To me, my favorite is red meat. But this is from a former vegetarian who I guess distance makes the heart grow fonder or something like that. I was so upset it didn't taste red at all. This doesn't taste like Play-Doh. They lied to me. What? Hey, Darkest Moon, I've been reading YouTube comments. Venison is the real deal. I don't think I've ever had venison. I don't think that's something I've ever had. Sorry, yeah, you've probably just been like, what are they what is she going on about? Yeah, I'm reading YouTube comments and having a conversation over there. I had this taste profile in mind. So now I like my beef raw. Fair enough. I thought you were eating Play-Doh or something. No. Somebody said that they had never had beef until they were 12. And they were mad that it didn't taste red. And I was like, imitating a small child, like, man, I wish this tasted like Play-Doh, because to me, that's what red tastes like. Red, the color red. Wow, this is a sentence. The color red to me tastes like Play-Doh. What does it taste like to you? What does the color red taste like to you? Play-Doh tastes awful. Yeah. I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that at all. I'm simply saying the color red tastes like Play-Doh to me. Raspberry. Okay, I like that. I feel like for most people it probably tastes like strawberries. Maraschino cherries. Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Red tastes like blood and dark forests. Ooh. I like that imagery. Hey, Steph, welcome in. It's good to have you. Eventually I'll have some kind of setup where y'all can see like the whole image all of the time instead of just the part I'm working on. Because I feel like this is confusing and strange to watch, but maybe it's not. Hope Story is a landlord. Well, if Story is a landlord, then she can give the vampires permission to come into the house. Here we go. Vampire landlords. Where are we at? I'm drawing a different arm that's facing downwards right now. We have made some extra hair bits. We have made a little hair bow, which I'm quite happy with. And now we're working on a down arm. Thank you very, very much. Like I said, eventually I'll probably strive for, that doesn't mean it's going to be anytime soon, a setup where you can see the whole thing instead of just the part that I'm working on. I'm trying to think of other ways to sow dissension in chat. We did pineapple on pizza. We did white chocolate versus dark chocolate. Apparently, jalapenos on pizza was more dissension than pineapple on pizza. The answer is milk chocolate. What? The answer to what? Oh, to white chocolate versus dark chocolate. To me, white chocolate's to me, milk chocolate is in the middle. I like, probably in order. No, they're tied. White chocolate and dark chocolate are tied, and then milk chocolate, but it's... I love all three of them. I love all three of them very much. Everyone secretly loves pineapple on pizza. Being able to admit it is what separates men from boys. I love that so much. No, pineapple is my favorite pizza topping. You are outvoted. Popcorn, sweet or salty? That's a pretty good one. I have a huge sweet tooth, so my inclination is to say sweet, but I enjoy both. Cheese, fantastic option. I do love a caramel corn very, very much. Buttery, okay. We have some standard packs forming. There we go. Oops. Chicago cheddar and caramel corn mix. But if it's savory, I like buttery movie theater popcorn. Caramel, yes. Kettle, no. Ooh, I love kettle corn. Maybe I just like food. Kettle corn makes me happy. I like getting it at the fair. Caramel corn feels more like... Caramel corn feels like I'm being like fancy, like, how do I explain this? Caramel corn gives the feeling of like being somewhere that wants to appear fancy, but like isn't really super fancy and can't afford a lot of fancy food, and so they're like, ooh, what if we had caramel corn to like give out to look fancy, right? Whereas kettle corn is just like, I'm having a good time at the fair. That's the vibe kettle corn has. I approve of food, it's true. For special occasions, yes. Okay, so that's the sleeve parts set up correctly. There we go, that's not looking too bad. We didn't do this part. We didn't do that part, but that's okay. Oh, we did do that part, but I like did it wrong. What's going on there? How come I did it wrong? Currently or completely... What are you talking about? Huh? Where is this line then? Where? Oh no. Oh no, where does this line live? Okay, it lives here. I'm getting rid of it. That was scary. A pink cotton candy or blue cotton candy, they taste the same. Is this gonna be like my first big opinion? They taste the same. Red slush puppy and blue slush puppy. Secret third flavor. What do you mean they don't taste the same? They taste the same. Pink is pink vanilla and blue is raspberry? For real? I really always thought candy corn was just candy corn. Is a dirty matcha soy latte a 3-bean soup? Here, now we're asking questions. Now we're asking questions, and the answer is yes. Yeah. Is a here's one. Is a matcha soy mocha a 4-bean soup? The answer is still yes, but that's okay. Also, I think a matcha mocha would probably... Well, maybe it would be good. Probably not, though. Soup is good. Soup is good. Hello? What kind of question is that? Do you... I need you to explain. Borscht. Ooh. Is borscht a bean soup? I haven't had very many borsches, I'll be honest. I have had borscht, but not very many of them. I don't ever remember beans being in it. It's fairy floss, yeah. Too sweet and too sticky. I like cotton candy, but I like food. We don't want that there. We don't want that there? Uh-oh. Where do we not want that? Here? Nope. Here? Nope. Here. Nope. This one. Where does it live? No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah. If a vampire asks to enter soup, is it part of the soup or does it need permission from the owner of the soup? Does the vampire like pineapple on pizza? If you build a house around a vampire's coffin with them in it, do they die or do they need to ask permission to leave? Wait a minute, I like this one. There it is. Thank goodness. I have not labeled any of these. Great. Okay. Ooh, not that color. If the vampire is inside the house, I think they can do whatever. Good point. Insta-kill for the vampire who can't enter somebody else's property. Okay, so like they're sleeping for 100 years. They're doing 100-year sleep as a vampire. You build the house around them. Yeah, I think that's an instant kill when they wake up. When they wait, like you have to own the house. If you build the house, of course you own the house, right? That seems silly. But yeah, as soon as they wake up, insta kill. That's my opinion. It's my opinion. Okay. And then I will probably leave the hand for later because I always do and I always regret it, and that's just my life. If you build the house, will the vampires come knocking? If you build it, will they come? Hey chat, if you build it, will they come? Oh, I see. That wasn't the wrong line. It was the wrong... Wait, what? Huh? Nope. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I need to start putting things together. This isn't working out. You know it's serious when I pick up the phone. What is a house? A miserable pile of secrets. I love it. You won. Yeah, you won. That's okay. Aha, there it is. There's the problem. Is the house with no secrets even a home? Okay, y'all. Hear me out. We already did r/dad jokes. I need y'all to pull up riddles.com. What is a LAN? It was a very good one. I was very happy with it. Hand down. Ooh, handsome. Hand down. Okay. Okay, now I'm naming things. They are neighbors. What? That's a handy trick to learn if a layer is completely transparent or not. go sleeve down 1. Red sleeve down. Arm down. Sleeve back down. Sleeve down 2. Sleeve down 3 and sleeve down 4. Not a huge fan of where this lives. I'm gonna move it a little. Ooh, not like that. Move this like here, maybe. I think that looks better. I think it's pretty stable. Because it's a roundhouse? Okay, and then this gets a folder. Being very funny. Yay, poor. Hop 2, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do not care at all. Ah, right, we do need... like that for that view as well. And it'll kind of do that or something. Okay, I'm going to take a very quick break. I need to get up and walk around a little bit so that my back doesn't get all seized up. So 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes tops, but probably less than 5. But anyway, I'll be right back. Keep at the horse puns. It's pretty good. Okay, I'll see you in just a minute. Favorite horse meme? If a bit on the fence, hey! Extremely good horse puns, everybody. 10 out of 10. Great job while I was gone. I'm very proud of you. Here, I'm gonna try something. It probably won't look good, but I'm wondering. Hold on. See, the problem with making it bigger is that it gets smaller. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If I make it bigger, it makes it smaller. Because the side to side gets bigger, but the up and down gets smaller. Anyway, I'm putting it back to how it was because I was there for a reason. But we're on to something here. We're on to something. We have a pretty good down hand, not too bad. And now we're gonna work on hand up. Yeah, big mood, Lynn. Big, huge mood. Big, huge mood. Aw, thanks. Thanks, Doji. That's real sweet. Yeah, I don't even think that we've, like, talked about it much, but, like, I threw my back out on Sunday, and I couldn't walk. I could not get up. We called a doctor to the house, which is new to us. That's not something we're used to. Oh, I suppose that this needs to go like that, huh? Maybe like this. Something like this. So I called the doctor to the house, could not move. I pinched a nerve. Yeah, it's an injury that I'm used to. It's happened multiple times, so don't worry too hard about me. But I couldn't walk and I couldn't move. Called a doctor, and being Americans in a new country as immigrants, doctors tend to be appalled by the amount of medicine that we need. Appalled and perhaps scared, like in like a Lovecraftian sense, by how much medicine has to be in our systems in order to feel anything. So she refused to give me any more meds, and I was like, okay. She helped me to the bed though, which was nice. And I stayed there for quite a while. Then, just as Rhiannon is like going absolutely insane, or from having to take care of me, Toulouse gets a concussion. Our cat Toulouse gave himself a concussion. No, he did not give himself a concussion. That's putting too much of a blame on him. He got concussed. We're pretty sure you did know what you were doing. Of course you knew what you were doing. You were very good at this. You are by no way at blame. She did say that what I gave you was the right stuff. Yes. You were very good at giving me medication. But our cat was concussed. He had 2 different sized eyeballs. And it was a sun catcher that fell off of the window. And we're pretty sure hit his little head. But he's okay. He was kind of like dazed and confused for like maybe 15 minutes, but then he decided he was perfectly fine. He decided that, oh, I'm better now. And he ran off and he played like the little baby boy he is. He continued to have weird pupils for like a whole day, and it scared the ever-loving bejesus out of Lynn, who was already tired. Who was already extremely tired. So, cue Saturday, where I have been bedridden for like a week, and our baby boy just got concussed. Lynn cancels their astrology stream to let themselves rest. And not 15 minutes later, there's a leak on the porch, like a water leak that just springs up. Thank goodness the neighbor took care of that and did a great job. But needless to say that there was just not enough rest there. Hey, Duel, welcome in. I took Russian in college, but I don't remember anything. So I apologize in advance. I need to turn this off or I can't see anything. Your work is great! Thank you so much! Thank you, thank you! Пожалуйста! Okay, go rest. Take care of yourself. I know you just went through a whole big thing. Whole big ordeal. So go get some nice rest. Thank you, Lynn, very, very much. I can pronounce Cyrillic and say very, very few things. I don't remember a whole lot. That was when, that was... Yes, oh right, спасибо. Спасибо. What was I saying? That was the class that made me think that I was really bad at learning languages. I don't need that there. Russian 1 was great. Russian 1 was awesome, but Russian 2... I made an ill decision for Russian 2. A decision that perhaps a 19-year-old should not make. And it didn't... it did not bode well for my mental health. But I was like, oh, I had so much fun in Russian 1 that I'm gonna take Russian 2, but like, I can't... I need to save money. I'm in college and it costs so much money to be in college and I need to save money. And the best way to do that would be to take intensive Russian 2, where I learn the entirety of Russian 2 in one semester, in summer quarter. Needless to say, I got out of that class thinking that I should never learn languages ever again. Writing in Cyrillic was a lot of fun. I did not learn that in Russian 1. And then my Russian 2 teacher was like, you know, that's an extremely required skill, right? And then I had to like stay after the 8 hours, 5 days a week class to learn how to write. It was a choice. It was a choice I made. I made it. I don't regret it. I just regret it, you know? You know, you get it. And now, see, I am aprending Espanol. I can watch whole videos and understand them. I don't regret it. I just regret it. Yeah. You get it. Yeah, I wish I remembered more though. What cheeseburgers are you eating, Dochi? What cheeseburger are you eating? Do I know a music artist named Yalokre? No, I don't think I do. Although I might. I am really, really bad at names. More like that, yeah. No! Don't she sharing hers with me? I like that a lot. I think that's super cute. Not what I wanted. There we go. Living for this confidence. There's a lot of cute little like hand items that you can get for free on like Booth, which is a website for like assets, I guess. And there's a lot of VTubing assets out there. And there's a lot of cute little hands. Like here, it's not gonna work with Miss May, but you'll be able to see what I mean if I pull one up. Like I have... It's gonna look real stupid, but like a little pumpkin crepe, a little pumpkin ice cream. Okay, it doesn't make sense with my body, but look, a disfigured hand. Anyway, so if I set up this model like like this, right? I could theoretically set it up so that the client could... It would be a little bit of extra work erasing the arm, but just kind of pin that there, right? Just the hand part. When it comes to luck, confidence is key. It's true and very hard to learn. Ambivalence is a huge improvement from pessimism. It's true. It's definitely best to be optimistic as far as luck goes, I think, but there's definitely way better to be ambivalent than pessimistic. So now you should be good. I like that. I like that. This is the hand. And then on, nope, that's the arm. I lied. Top of that we'll have some kind of hand happening here. What it is yet, I don't know. But we'll find out. Certainly not whatever that is. I was like, oh, I'll just like kind of do a shape out. I did that really good with the last one. Not that one. Not that one. What if it was more like, I don't know. Just like touching her neck. I don't know. You get it. You get it. You get the vibe. It's bad. But there's a vibe there. I'm gonna say like, yeah, kind of holding something. I'll deal with it later. But now we have these. Villainous vibes, yeah. Sleeve up. Rope up. Sleeve up too. Hand up. Arm up. And sleeve back. Bean soup! She should be holding bean soup. Holding a fan, yeah. That's pretty good. If that's the case, I think that whole... Let's put it in a folder real quick. Because if she's holding a fan, then we're absolutely going to need to kind of let her move her whole arm. Like this, maybe? Spinning a fidget spinner. If she's holding a fan, then it would be something like, what would that look like? Lux help, and I'm so tired. It's true. You are so tired. That's definitely how you say holding fan. Ah, that could be good. Hold on. Wait, we're onto something here. Don't worry about it. Hold on. It's gonna look bad for a minute, but that's okay. Let's pick a different one so we can see what's going on. Bad, actually. Something vaguely along these lines. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're worrying about it. I can feel you worrying about it. It's way too small. But you get the idea. You get the idea. Something vaguely that kind of shape of fan holding. Seen a couple sprouting already. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Like I said, I'm doing the hands later. I always do the hands later. I always regret doing the hands later, but I never am going to stop. Something like that. See? That looks fine. It doesn't look fine, but like the idea is there. Anyway, so there's hand up and hand down for like vibes of it. I guess mostly done. I have to shade it, of course, but the setup is there. The layers are there. What else did we want to do extra? What else did we want to do extra? So let's turn off this, since that was in the way. Arm up, arm down, hair knot, back rope. Ozzy, hello, welcome. Back rope, let's go ahead. That would be... Oh, okay, I can delete this. Underneath all of this, perhaps even in the back, would just kind of live a back rope. Again, I can mess with that later. I don't need it to be perfect. I just want it to be there. Tell the Twitch gang I say hello, and we'll come and hang out for tarot portions of things this evening. I will tell Twitch that. Lynn said that Twitch will be for this what? Lynn said that they will be on Twitch this evening. A ribbon, but it's the rope. Yeah. Okay. There's so much going on here. We'll say back rope. which I think actually, again, I can work smarter, not harder. Come up here to this, duplicate, bring it down. And just kind of like that. We'll turn off all this so I can see what I'm doing. Erase it maybe there. Very gently, there's back rope for when I need it. When is tarot transpiring? It is transpiring in about 4.5 hours is when we will start tarot. Something like that. Back rub. And then what else was it I noticed? I noticed this will also need perspected up to like there-ish. Fantastic work, team! Thank you very much, Story! Okay, let's put these where they'll go. Which will be like here and here. But I do want this one to be on top. Everything else will also be on top of it, so don't worry too bad. And then I get to delete this for now. I get to delete this for now. I can delete this one because we're going to duplicate it later. This is notes. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure this is also notes, but we'll find out. No, I guess it's not. Wonder what it is. This is notes. No clue what that is. It's completely transparent, that's what it is. So I can delete it. Great. This is the head, but like, you know what I mean. That's the other file has all the head stuff in it. For now. Snakes. What is this? Does this have anything on it? No, I can delete it. This is big rope left. What is this? completely unknown. There's something there, though. Unfortunate. No clue. Then we have eyeball stuff we'll need to work with still. So all of this is like shoulder eyeball stuff. Now... okay, I can merge that down. Honestly, not sure what a lot of this is. This is irises. Neck. So that's, I guess, tear ducts? I'm so confused what that is. Wish I knew. It's a mystery. That's something I have to figure out later. Because for right now, yeah, I can figure out that's tear ducts. So what are... Okay, I'm turning all of it off. That wasn't all of it. Okay. Still wasn't all of it. Where are the rest of... snakes? So it's on top of this. Is it on neck? No. Well, I'll turn neck off anyway. Is it on underdress? No. Ah, it's on this layer. Okay. Well, if all of that's on the other file, then I need to, like, not work on it here. Still don't know what this is. Perhaps I'll never know. If you don't want to be snake mood. You're there in spirit. No, no problem. Mondays are real late. Mondays are for a different time zone. Okay. This I do want to fix. Better. Okay. So. Where does that leave us? Where does that leave with our homework, right? So let's not relayer things. We'll turn our notes back on. We did the side hair. We did the back rope, up arm, down arm, hair knot. Okay. Let's go ahead and just get rid of all that. So we just still need to shade arms, snakes, the ball, but that's on a different file. I'm just dealing with this file right now. The flower, this is on a different file. Chest. Okay, so homework, I need to figure out how to shade gold, which I think is going to be a whole thing. And then let's, I guess, just work on shading some of this stuff. Since I simply will not work on hands right now. I refuse. Are these part of the same layer now? That's not good. Uh-oh. To what extent? To that extent? Not good. How'd I mess that up? How'd I mess that up? Let's get able to see. Take the hand away. Apparently turn arm off. His arm just... Did that end up just being line? It's not even line, I don't think. I don't know what this is either. Uh-oh. Well... Things happen, I guess. There's that. Turn on this. Is this anything? Is this a completely vacant layer? Yes, it is. Okay, and this? Also, okay. Sure. how did you, hello? How did you get to be that off? One day I will have a good workflow. Today is not that day. Okay. Wow. That was something. Since that's where the light's coming from, it's not going to have such a stark shadow as like that kind of. This is the fan, which I'm not going to worry about right now. Huh? What? Let the program crash as a little treat. What are you doing, friends? Ah, let's rope up. Okay. Merc's got 4 more days of retrograde. Hang on. I'm hanging on. I'm interested in what you're about to say next. Yes, May, thank you. Please like the video. There's 4 more days of retrograde. Please like the video. Just that. That's the whole of it? Okay. Gotta get to it first. Yeah. Big mood. A little bit of pillow shading there, but don't worry about it just yet. I have gone quiet. I apologize. I just now realized that I did that. But I think I'm gonna call it here. We've had a fantastic stream. I had a lot of fun, everybody. We got a lot of work done. I'm pretty proud. But I need to take care of myself. I need to take care of my back. I am so happy I got to spend this time with you guys. I'll see you in about 4 hours for our tarot stream. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves, okay? I'll see you soon. Keep up with the puns, the horse puns specifically, by the way. I had a lot of fun with all of that. Okay. I'll see you all soon. Again, I had a great time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.